What's up, YouTube? Today I want to talk about those laser explosion downlifter type things. They're pretty much a staple in dance music. So I want to show you probably the more common method and then a slightly more updated method that I've been using lately. Kind of sounds a little bit more technical and more modern. Yeah, it's pretty simple, but it's still a question that I get asked quite often. So let's dive in and have a look. So in Serum, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn off oscillator A, we're going to turn on the noise oscillator, we're going to turn up the level over here, and we want to enable filter 1. Then over here we want to turn on the noise oscillator, we want to make sure that the noise over here is on, and then we want to choose something like the band 24, give it a bit of resonance and some drive. And the basis of the sound is just modulating this cutoff so fast that it sounds zappy. So here let's add a LFO to the cutoff, and we want to hold Alt Shift and click so that it's going to give us a bipolar modulation. Then on the LFO we can set it over to Hertz. And we can actually turn down this cutoff so it's just this amount of modulation, so it's not so drastic. And then it's a combination of an LFO and a slower envelope or LFO in envelope mode. So over here, let's give it a shape like a downward ramp. And let's apply this to the cutoff as well. And let's turn this down. And then we can either create a new LFO or we can link this one to the speed of this over here. And then we can change the amount in the matrix. So we basically want this kind of repeating LFO shape on the filter, and then a kind of slower ramp that just ramps like from top to bottom of that cutoff filter like that. Then we want to add another filter here. We can either add an EQ or a filter, it doesn't really matter. But the idea here is we want to just remove the low end. Now we can experiment a little bit with the sound of the filter. We can kind of give it a bit more resonance if we want. That'll sound a little bit more zappy. We can also change the shape over here. So, for example, we can give it something like a ramp. To kind of give it different shapes if we want to. And then with these, you'll often hear like big reverb and delay on there just to kind of accentuate the kind of splash explosion type effect. What we can also do here is we can set the LFO2 to modulate the amount that LFO1 is modulating the cutoff. So here in the matrix, if we look for this LFO1 to filter frequency, we can set this over here to LFO2. But with this, I often end up setting it to something like this curve up a little bit because I don't want it to go all the way down to 0. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so these are cool like at the beginning of a bar as well, but they're also nice to announce that a kind of break is coming or something like that. So if you have like a filter kick and bass transition segment, it's pretty cool to announce those types of things in the track as well. So something like this. And we can also take this, duplicate it, and do something like where we just reverse this shape. So it's going to kind of invert that. And basically turn it into a riser. So with these kinds of things lately, I've been kind of doing it a little bit differently. Instead of doing the kind of two LFOs, linked and that whole thing, it kind of becomes a little bit convoluted when sometimes we want a very specific shape, right? So I've been doing things a little bit differently where I will draw in the shape manually. So here, let's set this to BPM 2 bars or something like that. And then let's apply this to the cutoff. Let's go beginning of the bar here. I'm actually just going to quickly turn off the effects here. And then we're going to open up this LFO window. So the idea here is to kind of zigzag it 3 or 4 times and then kind of slowly reduce how drastic the curve is and then end off with a curved sweep like this. Okay, that's actually too slow. So what we can actually do is we can highlight these and just move them in a bit. We can actually set this to envelope mode, so no matter what happens, it'll always end at the end of the segment here, right? And then here we can set to hertz, just so we have a bit more freedom to play with the time. I want to try get it so it's like a... Do you know what I mean? So it kind of sounds like a laser zap and then a slow descent. Yes, that's pretty sick. Okay, I like that. So we can re-enable some of these effects. And if we really, really want to fine-tune it, what we can do is we can select one of the points. So let's select this last point. We want to hold Control and drag. Now you see how these other points get lit up with different colors, right? So those colors basically represent how much each of those nodes is affected by the movement of this one, right? So if we can kind of stretch out a shape or stretch in a shape that we've already created this way. So let's say, for example, we want that zap to be quicker, the tail to be longer. We can kind of move things exponentially this way, which is really, really sick workflow. Cool. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to be uploading these 2 presets to my Patreon for all my $5 supporters. So if you want to know what that's all about, check out the link in the description. And yeah, if you haven't yet, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.